Voltaire, the rebel philosopher who shook the world. Let us journey back to the vibrant streets of Paris in the late 17th century, a city where art flourished, intellect was revered, and political unrest simmered beneath the surface. It was here, in the heart of this cultural epicenter, that a young François-Marie Arouet was born, but history would remember him by a different name, Voltaire. Armed with wit sharper than any sword and an unwavering commitment to truth, Voltaire would rise to become one of the most influential thinkers of the Enlightenment era. His words would challenge kings, shake religious institutions, and ignite a revolution of thought that continues to shape the modern world. Born into a prosperous family in 1694, Voltaire was destined for a career in law, as his father wished. Yet, from an early age, he exhibited a profound love for literature and an unmatched talent for satire. Educated at the prestigious Collège Louis-le-Grand, Voltaire immersed himself in the works of ancient philosophers and poets. However, his sharp tongue and rebellious nature often drew the ear of his elders. While his peers memorized religious doctrines, Voltaire questioned them. While others conformed, he dared to defy. It was in these formative years that Voltaire's relentless pursuit of reason and justice began to take shape. Voltaire's satirical wit would soon lead to trouble. After penning verses that ridiculed the French regent, he was imprisoned in the infamous Bastille. Yet, rather than breaking his spirit, captivity sharpened his resolve. Upon release, Voltaire chose exile in England, where he found inspiration in the works of John Locke and Isaac Newton. In the relative freedom of English society, he witnessed a nation governed by constitutional monarchy and scientific reason, concepts that were foreign to the rigid hierarchy of France. This period of exile became one of profound intellectual awakening, as Voltaire absorbed the philosophies that would define his life's work. Returning to France with newfound knowledge and an indomitable spirit, Voltaire wielded his pen as a weapon against tyranny and ignorance. Through works like Candide and Letters on the English, he used satire to expose the corruption of the clergy and the oppression of the monarchy. His writing was daring, often landing him in exile or under threat of imprisonment. Yet, Voltaire remained fearless. For him, the power of ideas could topple empires and liberate minds. With every word he wrote, he challenged blind faith, defended freedom of speech, and called for justice in an age dominated by superstition and oppression. In his later years, Voltaire retreated to the quiet village of Ferney, near the Swiss border. From there, he continued to write, correspond with intellectuals across Europe, and champion the rights of the oppressed. Though his body aged, his mind remained as sharp as ever. He fought for religious tolerance, justice for the falsely accused, and the freedom of thought that would become the foundation of modern democracy. When Voltaire returned to Paris at the age of 83, he was hailed as a hero by the people. His writings had lit a fire that would help spark the French Revolution and forever change the course of history. Voltaire's legacy endures not through monuments or crowns, but through the timeless power of his words. He famously declared, "I do not agree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." These words encapsulate the very essence of freedom of speech and intellectual courage. His writings not only inspired a revolution in France, but laid the foundation for human rights and democracy around the world. Even today, Voltaire's spirit lives on in those who dare to question, to challenge, and to speak truth to power. If you found Voltaire's story as inspiring as we did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible tales from history.